Hello there everyone! So welcome to some more of me playing some Pokemon Unite with some weaker or less preferred builds. And for this episode we are going to do a character that has been very weak for a while. And we are also playing on the new patch, the, what is it, 8.1.6? Something like that? So we're going to be playing on that. And I unfortunately don't have jungle for this Zoroark match, but I don't think Zoroark's like the worst lane speedster, so we'll just go with it. Obviously the first tip is that, you know, you want it to be in jungle, but we currently don't have jungle, so yeah. Build also. I think a new thing I'm going to start doing for this series will be putting the build in the description. And then I'll also, you know, probably mention some bits and pieces of it during the video. So if you want to check that out, you can. And, so yeah. My build here, I have my attack page, which is, I think, max brown, with some white, blue, and purple, something like that. I don't know. And then I'm going to be going for this video specifically Night Slash Shadow Claw. Personally, I think that's the best one, but I mean, actually, Fiend Attack, Shadow Claw is the best, but I prefer Night Slash personally. So to get into Zoroark has about like a, I think it's a 46% win rate, and it has not been much higher than that. So, very weak Pokemon. Doesn't mean it's really bad, it's just not good though. So, definitely needs changes, but you know, we're playing it to show all of you who want to play Zoroark and enjoy playing Zoroark, you know, maybe a couple tips and tricks. You know, I'm not the biggest Zoroark player ever. Yeah. So, obviously as Zoroark, you want jungle, and you're going to want to try and, not be in lane. But if you are in lane, you know, your goal is obviously just evolve as soon as possible. Zoroark has a very good early game, or shouldn't say very good, but it's definitely better than its late game, because it falls off very, very hard. And I have full heal also to help me get away from situations like that. And I don't know if it was like the scariest situation, but, you know, could have been. And I'm obviously teaming with a Hoopa, so it's going to help me survive, I guess, a bit. And a couple changes I would do to Zoroark, you know, as I'm just playing this. I think Illusion's just not useful at all. It has so little use, like, what, you get barely any invincibility time. And it's also super obvious to tell, like, if you are disguised as anything. Zoroark's very squishy. Now, it is a speedster and it can do some good damage, but like I said, it just falls off so hard in the late game that just it doesn't have enough staying power to do much. That's why, for me, I've run more attack damage, critical hit items, just try and get the most damage I can out of it before, you know, it inevitably dies. But I definitely think Cut needs some sort of buff. And then I don't know what to do after that. Like, what, you have the Cut buff, you definitely need to, like, rework Illusion or something like that. Illusion just does not have much use. And then just maybe some tankiness, I don't know. Like, give it a little more defense, I guess. Health, just something, just so that it can, like, have a little more staying power in the late game. Because, I mean, I know, you know, for example, Solar Beam does a lot, but that did, like, half my health instantly. And that was just, like, a full hit, you know. From, what, I believe that was a Mew early on, like that's a lot of damage. I missed that. That's sad. And then, I mean, Zoroark really has to use full heal because it just instantly gets stunned and dies. Like, it can't do much outside of, you know, the early game, especially with so many stuns coming in the later game. Like, what? Just in this team, you have a Slowbro, which has a lot of stuns, you know. Mew can stun with Surf and Light Screen, and Electro Ball has a slow. Blissey, Egg Bomb. I think all of Dragapult's auto attacks can slow. And it's just like, you aren't going to get much, even if you are like in the jungle and super fed, you know, you aren't going to get too much out of Zoroark. So it definitely like needs some sort of change. Like drastically, it needs a change. And I mean, I'm going to go in here, I guess. Like, oh, I accidentally teleport out. I interrupted my special too, I think, because I did click the button. I don't know if it actually went through or not. Yeah, I couldn't see him. I was a little stuck there. Oh well. But no, you just can't do anything. Maybe some more lifesteal on things. Like, I know Cut can heal you a bit, you know, but even, like, Cut is just not good in comparison to Shadow Claw. The stun on Shadow Claw is just way better than Cut's healing. And I mean, I guess it's good at, like, destroying objectives, but, like, it doesn't live long enough if there's anything to, like, contest it. You know? So it's just not that great. Wait, look at that. I just instantly died. Now, that was into a bunch of enemies, but still, like, it would be nice if I could, like, get in there and, like, not just get one shot and lose all my ability to do damage. Maybe even, like, buff the special in some way. Like, the special, I don't know. It just feels very weak. Just a lot of stuff need to be changed about Zoroark. But that doesn't mean it's unplayable, you know? Like, you can do your damage, you do have your early game. But then you also have moments like that, where you just don't get to play. And even though I'm going in, you know, it's just like I can't do much. But, I mean, I guess as long as, like, what you have to do with it is you probably just have to really dominate early game and play just super safe in late game. I know I'm being checked and out, you know, but like, why did all four of you get defeated up top? why did all four of you just like decide to push them? You know, that was not a smart move. So don't blame me for getting defeated and getting my experience, you know, so that I can actually be useful in the late game. If all four of you are just going to decide to run at them, you know, why you would do that, I don't know, but look at all the experience, just like we aren't getting, because they're just pushing, you know, topside. Like, we need some experience here. So, I don't know. Sorry for going off on that little rant there, but I don't understand. You know, check it out sometime. Like, sometimes, yes, you know. And that one I can, like, somewhat understand, but, like, it's still just like, why are you running after them and fighting them? There's so much useful experience. And also, as this, like, Decidueye just thinks so much, like, can we just not do that, Decidueye? Can we just not? Like, we have to play this, like, somewhat safe from behind, and I'm just going in. I said I have to place... Ow. That was sad. Shadow Ball, you know, Mew boosted attack. Just one-shots me. Yeah, no, that's the thing, is Zoroark just can't survive long. Just 2 hits and I'm gone. So it's just like... It needs health or some sticking power or more ways to heal. I can go after the Mew also. No steal for you? No steal for you, Mew. I mean, I guess we're going to win the game unless our team just fails to actually get score. Please get that. Thank you. But I don't know. Like I said, it can win, and I just had a decent enough team, you know, to back me up. But I still, like, I don't feel like I did too much. And it definitely needs changes. Zoroark, like, really badly needs love. I'm surprised it didn't get any love in this current patch, you know? Like, they gave Hoopa some buffs, some Clefable buffs, you know, and stuff like that, but nothing for Zoroark. And I feel like Zoroark, if anything, needed it maybe even more than them. I feel like Clefable was in a decent spot, you know, getting buffs is fine. And same thing with Hoopa, and then, Rapid Striker Shifu, same thing. It got some buffs, you know, and it could have used it, but I feel like Zoroark, if anything, just needed it more. But I don't know, we'll look at the stats at the end of this, but I feel like I didn't do as much as I could, and that's just because most of the time, even if you play super safe with this character, you're just going to get one shot. And yes, I was in lane, so I couldn't get as, you know, strong, but I actually did get decently strong, and that's because I got the experience that no one else got, and I was being, you know, pinged for actually getting strong and getting the experience, you know. So, and while they, you know, just left to go fight. And like I said, debatable scenario. Wow, their Gengar did nothing. Wow, their Gengar did nothing. I actually didn't do that bad of damage. But, like I said, it's just like it feels like it should be more. And it feels like it just doesn't do enough in the battle. And it doesn't stick around long enough. And like I said, it is a speedster, so it does sort of like not need to stick around in the battle too much. But it just feels like just like you go in and you die. You just go in and die. You have no way to escape once you go in. Because everything else is going to just one-shot you. But that's Zoroark. Hopefully that was a good enough demonstration. And I would love to see you guys later in another video. Please check out my other, you know, sort of like tutorial guides on these characters. And like I said, I will be posting the build in the description. Starting with this episode, I don't know, I might go back in some of the other episodes and actually put it there, but because I haven't really changed my build since then. But yeah. So, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.